Hello, my name is Kimberly. I have some jokes. So basically, I think it's interesting that every time I take the trash out, there's always some like very interesting occurrence or event that occurs every single time. And I'm just like, what is going on? You know, like it's not that, you know, you don't think much is going to happen when you're literally taking the trash out. But then every single time, something really eventful happens. And you're just like, okay, this is the Bronx. This is how it's going to go. Now, I was taking out my trash, and it wasn't that much trash. And it's okay. And I'm just like, oh, I find this really retro, old school record player. And I'm like, this is too cool to toss. Man, I'm going to throw this out. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it up with me. And I pick it up. It is a bit on the heavy side. So I'm like, yo, what's good? Like, I'm just trying to take this home. Like, it's too cool, man. And I take it up and I start carrying it, and I'm coming out of the apartment building, which by the way looks like this. And my landlord is just like standing. You see where that taxi is? Like the taxi wasn't there, but like yesterday, he's just standing right outside the front where that sidewalk ends, the entryway of the apartment into the sidewalk. He's just standing out there and he's just staring at me. He's not even on his phone. He's just like literally staring at me. And I'm like, is that productive for a landlord? So I also start to feel at the same time my sweatpants fall down. They're starting to like literally fall down because they're a little bit on the big side. And I'm like, you know, I don't think I'm quite ready to pay my rent like that just yet. You know, we're not at that level of desperation. Give it a couple years, at least, before I sink to those depths, you know. So I pull my pants up, and I set the record player down, and I just kind of look at him and I'm like, sup, Fidel, you want to talk to me? And because he's just doing nothing but staring at me, watching me take this record player in, and he just like, shakes his head, and he has this like big, dumb, like blank-looking, plain, unrecognizable, unreadable face. Where he's just like, he doesn't have any thoughts going on up here. And he's, you know, he goes like bellies, and you know, it is what it is, you know. And he's just kind of looks like a dipshit, you know. What's the word for that? Yeah, dipshit. And I'm just like, okay, you're not gonna say anything. You're just gonna stand up here staring at me, watching me take my trash out. That's interesting. Yeah, if I didn't know any better, I would say that you're trying to exert power over me as if it were, I don't know, like an intimidation tactic, perhaps. And I'm like, it's very interesting. Okay, well, all right. I pick it up again, and then I'm like holding it, and like my knees are kind of like, you know, buckling. My elbows are kind of quivering, and it's like it's on the heavy side, but I got it. You know what I'm saying? My knees weren't really buckling. My elbows weren't really quivering, but you get the gist. And he just kind of uses his chin. He goes like this. He goes, heavy. And I'm like, yeah, that is a one-down sentence. You want to challenge yourself, big boy? Maybe get a pronoun or an adjective in there. Next time you want to talk to me with a full sentence. Maybe, I don't know. Why are you just saying that to me? That's not helpful in any way. It's like, it says, if you and I came to the door and you just literally stared at the door, I stared at the door, and then you went, door, or open. Like, why are we saying dumb, obvious things that everyone, you know, already innately knows but doesn't really need to hear? You're wasting my time. Is there anything else you have to say with that? Anything, by any chance? That's interesting. I'm like, okay, so that's what you have to say to me. Heavy. And I'm like, nah, it's not that bad. I got it. Thank you, though. He didn't even offer to help. He's just watching me struggle. I think he enjoys it. I think he can't stand me for some reason because I continue to call him out for his criminal activities, and that might be a reason. And I'm like, you know, I don't need to hear what your wife said when you went to talk last night. Heavy. You know, I don't need to hear what your mom said when she was holding you when you were a baby. Heavy. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and give you some assignments called homework, called maybe read a book, a thesaurus, a dictionary, and I'm gonna challenge you. I encourage you, big boy, big landlord, big boy. criminal big boy Mexican, criminal big boy. Go ahead and read a book or two, maybe catch up on your literacy, and next time you talk to me, try and say a sentence that's got a couple adjectives, pronouns, or verbs even. We could really get crazy and add a full sentence next time you talk to me. Other than this dumb fucking bullshit, it's lowering my IQ. You just go, heavy. I don't need to hear what your wife said when you were on top last night. That's the only thing I can think of. That's why you're telling me this fucking stupid ass fucking sentence and lowering my intelligence by just standing in your presence. I literally felt stupider after I had that interaction. Heavy. Oh god, man. I'm like, what is the point to landlords? Like, is there a point? Do landlords do anything other than get everybody's hopes up and or waste everybody's time? You know? I'm like, yeah, shut the fuck up. It fixed my oven that's been broken for a year. And stop breaking into my apartment when I'm gone. You dumb fuck. Maybe we can get to one-word sentences in the future called incarceration or jail for your fucking criminal activities, you fucking dumbass, fucking weirdo psycho. Stop breaking into your tenants' apartments. How about that? I know you get a thrill off of it, but why don't you just work on your literacy in the meantime, and I'll make sure that you don't go to jail for breaking into your tenants' apartments. I just want to know, do landlords do anything other than get everybody's hopes up and or waste everybody's time? It's an honest, genuine question. I really want to know those things. And then the next bit I have is about this scenario that I've kind of dreamed up in my mind. It may happen, it may not happen, but I might have a threesome with my beloved boyfriend, my beloved, my sweetheart. I think that at some point we could try. It could be fun. I think it's healthy. I think it could be kinky. I think there's ways to have a fun, safe way to do this, because it could be a lot. It could be really fun. Shit. And anyway, so I have this idea in my mind where we're in a hotel, and maybe Las Vegas. Really going for it, having fun, and the girl and I are really getting along, and it's going really well. I'll just say that. And then I'm like, okay, go ahead, get a condom, and I tell him to get a condom, and then he comes out of the bathroom, and all of a sudden he quickly runs to the bathroom to get a condom. He comes out, and all of a sudden, I got the bitch in a chokehold like this, and I have boxing gloves on that nobody ever heard the Velcro go. Nobody heard the Velcro. They're just miraculously somehow on. I don't even think I packed these boxing gloves. They weren't in my carry-on. They just appeared, and they're on my hands. And I got the bitch in the chokehold, and she's like, "You guys are cool." And he has this like horrified look on his face, like, "Whoa, babe! I thought you wanted this, babe. You're the one who chose this girl. You handpicked this girl from the casino bar to be our third." And I'm like, I know, babe, I know. I just couldn't handle watching her hand on your chest. And he's like, I'm not even undressed yet. And then I'm like, I know, we're gonna keep it that way. And then like I start to see her feet like kicking, and she's kicking and flipping her feet, and I'm like, oh shit, okay, no. Let her go. I guess you could deserve some air at this point. She bolts out the door, makes a run for it, grabs her purse, calls me a crazy bitch on the way out, and I say, yeah, bitch, if you ever catch you looking at my man or even breathing in his direction, I'll finish the choker hold next time. And, I'll finish the job next time. And then he's just kind of like taking a look around the room, and I kind of walk back in. I think I just did something heroic, and I'm like, taking off the boxing gloves, and he goes, okay, well, and I'm like, no, not so fast. You got the condom in your hands. You got that condom package in your hand. Go ahead and unwrap that condom package and get over here and fuck me like I'm the whole damn package. And then he's like, actually, you know what? I I forgot. I told the boys I meet them at the casino for a night out with the boys. So I was like, okay, yeah, totally. Well, have fun, and you know, let me know if you see any cute redhead girls out there that you think we could, you know, maybe have this right there. You know what I'm saying? We can have fun. And he's like, yeah, I don't know about that, babe. I think you just scared half the girls in Las Vegas at this point from the last chokehold chick, you know? At this point, he's like, at this point, I probably won't even be able to order a Bud Light from a female bartender at this point. Like, and I'm like, yeah, well, that's okay. Well, you know, just go ahead and meet me for dinner at the casino restaurant later tonight, and we'll be sure to order us 2 ice-cold Bud Lights and a side of aphrodisiac-inspired food to get us in the mood. Thank you so much. My name's Kimberly.